Welcome to Bitcoin Basics Part 6, where we are going to look at proof of work, what it is, and why it makes Bitcoin strong and very difficult, if not to say impossible, to hack and attack. So proof of work and mining explained. What is proof of work? A way to prove that work was done. Computers solve hard math problems. The first to solve it gets to add the next block. Now, what is proof of work? What is the concept? Where does the name proof of work comes from? And this is what I want to explain first for you to understand the concept itself. So what is proof of work? Think of a calisthenics athlete or a bodybuilder. When you see a calisthenic athlete, for example, performs the planche, which you can see here in this picture, you know that this guy had to put in a lot of work to learn this very difficult skill. When you see a bodybuilder with big muscles like this, when you see someone who has big muscles, you know that someone had to put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of lifting, a lot of food to have that muscle size. So basically, proof of work is when you see something, you know there is undeniable proof that work went into that thing. When you see a great painting, when you see a great sculpture, you know that a great amount of work and dedication went into that piece of work and piece of art. So you know it's not cheap, it's not fake, it's genuine and it's real because it literally embodies proof of work. So that's the concept of proof of work and why it's so essential to understand. Why it matters. Proof of work in Bitcoin prevents fraud and double spending. It makes it expensive to cheat the system, and there is no central authority needed. So, what is proof of work when it comes to Bitcoin? Like I've said here in this slide, computers solve hard problems, hard math problems to validate or to mine the next block. So for the Bitcoin network, for miners to validate or to mine a new block, they have to solve mathematical problems, and that requires a gigantic amount of both electric power and computational power. And you can't mine a new block if you don't put in the work, if you don't expend the resources in terms of electricity and computational power to be able to solve that math problem. So that's what makes proof of work important. Energy usage, future, not a bug. A lot of people who like to talk shit about Bitcoin, they say, well, it consumes a lot of energy. Actually, that's good. That means you can't just create Bitcoin out of thin air. You have to actually expend a huge amount of energy. It's not cheap. And also, if you want to compromise or if you want to attack the network, you need more than 51% of the energy of the entire network, which is almost impossible to have or to take control of. So proof of work actually means a lot of security to the network. Energy use makes Bitcoin costly to attack. Unlike fiat, security is backed by physics and resources, not just politics. So in summary, why proof of work matters? It keeps Bitcoin honest, it empowers decentralization, and it secures value without any trusted third party. So next, we will look at decentralization and what makes Bitcoin censorship resistant. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any question about proof of work, if you have any question about Bitcoin, if you have any question about any of the stuff that I talk about, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely answer your questions and in your comments. And see you in the next one. Take care.